Hello, everybody. It is your boy, for sure. It's Nader Bader. Today, guys, it's going to be episode 1 of the Bader's podcast. I am streaming this live on Twitch, so I am going to post the VOD on my YouTube channel, FS Nader Bader. And today, guys, I don't really have a lot to talk about. I don't even have notes for this. I just randomly popped into my head, just like a few minutes ago, saying, you know what? It'd be fun to do a podcast. I don't have anybody on here. I'm not gonna call anybody saying, "Hey, do you want to just join me on a call?" I'm just recording a podcast and I want it to be interesting. But no, I'm really just here alone. So like there's nobody in chat right now. I don't have any viewers. So yo, by the way, I'm gonna try to go live more often. I'm on a 2 day streak right now, and I'm proud of myself. But I'm probably not gonna happen on Monday because I have football practice. But still, I'm sorry if the mic quality is bad. I'm using the computer mic, and I don't have really a microphone to use. So, type thing. But yeah. What would be a good thing to talk about? So this really is like a variety channel to where I'm doing like podcasts one time, I'm playing Terraria the next, I'm playing Binding of Isaac. So should I just like say like talk about games or something or like personal experiences? Like what would even be interesting with this? Like, oh yeah, I just ate an entire jar of Nutella. It was quite good. Or should I just like talk about some like times with my friends? Okay, I'm not gonna like say their actual names. I'm gonna make up names. So, oh, I'm trying to think of good names. Okay, so my friend Isaac, Luke, and Moon came over to my house, right? And like at this point, we were having fun. We were just being boys, doing our thing. You know how boys are. So what happened was while we were while we were like having fun, it was about like 11 p.m. My mom was gone to Walmart getting us stuff for the sleepover because like they were planning on staying over like 2-3 days. So what happened was we all went outside. It was like pouring down rain, by the way, and that's probably going to be important in like near the end of the story. So keep that in mind. So basically, what was happening? We went outside because it was like Isaac went missing, and like we didn't know where he was because he decided to hide. And then, like after we all went outside, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back inside the house. It doesn't look like he's out here. You both can stay out here. Both Moon and Luke could stay out there while I went inside and checked around for Isaac. So I went inside, I checked around for Isaac, and I heard like giggling downstairs. It was like that's all I heard from downstairs. So I went downstairs and I saw Isaac. He was just standing there in my room and I was like, "Bro, where have you been? We've been looking for you." I called Moon and Luke back inside. They both came back inside, and we all just kind of like sat down in my living room in the couch area. We we didn't really think much of it until we decided to go everybody all of us, by the way, decided to go back outside because it was like, oh, yo, it's nighttime, it's spooky, time for us to do some spooky stuff and be dumb. But what happened was we were outside, doing our thing, like walking down our driveway. What happened was I saw, well, I didn't just see, we all saw like what looked to be like a 7-foot man, like in a field across our street. He, it's almost like he took like a nice good time to run from, like, there's this like creek area and like a hill. It goes down by the side of my house. We so he saw so we all saw him take a run from that creek area down into a field. So what I did, being me, be just being dumb, be, doing some stupid white people stuff, I decided to yell after him saying, "Yo, come face me like a man, you coward. You absolute fucking dumbass." And like I was like walking down the street to where we saw him like disappear, and what I saw scared the living fuck out of me. I saw like what looked to be him. I don't know if it was him or not, but it looked like to be him. I just saw a face turn around and look at me, and it looked like the eyes were just blatantly red staring at me. And like, how in the dark you could see like glint off like your cat's eyes? That's how it looked. And it looked to be the size of a baseball. Like the eyes looked to be like the size of baseballs. So what I did is I ran back toward my house, and like my friends decided to follow me in pursuit. What I did, instead of going inside of my house, I ran to like to the side of my house, then to the back, and I went to a stairwell that leads right to my basement. And that's whenever I knew I messed up, because I heard my front door slam shut, and once I went around front, it was locked. So I was like, oh, okay. So I went around back, hopefully, like hoping that they went outside or were going to go outside and like try to come find me or like tell me, hey, let's go inside. Didn't happen. So what happened was, all I heard, I was like sitting there for like a good 10 minutes, and all I heard was, hello there. And it sounded like, it was like more of a whisper though, and it sounded like it was getting said directly into my right ear. And that scared me, and I was like, am I going crazy or something? Because like I was like looking around frantically, and I could not see anything, not anything around me. I could barely even see my own hands through the moonlight. And then I was like sitting there, and I was like, what's going on? Until I heard, I see you. Still more in a whisper, but it sounded like directly in my left ear this time. I looked to where like the sound came from, and about like 20 feet away, like approximately, I don't know if it's actually 20 feet, but like 20 feet away in the trees, I saw that same head that I saw earlier. And I was confused, and I was scared. So I got up, I ran out from the stairwell, and I booked it to the front of my house. Mindful, I slipped, and I didn't stop. I didn't like stop because of a fall. My leg was hurting, but I jumped right back up and I started running. I ran back to the front of my house, and I slammed on the door and I said, "Let me back inside, you jerks." I told them all the story, and they were like laughing at me, thinking that I was like making it up or something, trying to get like everybody more scared. Until they realized that I wasn't laughing, I wasn't like, and I was being dead serious. Now, like today, we laugh about it, but like still sometimes we don't. Like we're like, wait, what was that? And what would happen if like I hadn't like tried to run back inside of the house? Would I even be here today? That's really the thoughts that we think. So yeah, I am mildly disappointed in myself for like screaming at that thing. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, so I'm just gonna say it's a thing. I don't even know if it was human because it didn't look like, because it looked tall and pale, almost like it had gray skin. Like you know how like you see a lot of ghosts, like the ghost from the Ring, it has like that gray skin. That's almost how that creature looked. That thing. It. How it looked. But it, yeah, it looked like gray, decrepit skin and like almost semi long, like stringy hair. Like, like it's been unkept for some time. Yeah, and I don't really know what to what to do or what to think about. So I'm not gonna like say anything like anything more about it because like there's not really anything more to say about it. Yeah, but then there's a part two to the story, so yeah, let's get into that. I said that there's nothing more to the story. Okay, yeah, let's go into part two. Yeah. So, um, part two of the story. Me, Isaac, Moon, and Luke. Sorry, I was trying to think of the fake name that I gave the last dude. Um, as we were all inside, like we were like sitting around our, well, not our, my living room, like, and I had towels for all of us so we could like dry our hair and like dry off. And sorry, sorry. But I had like towels for us to dry off. And what happened was, like we were talking about ghosts and all that, and like what was that? I look, I look towards my stairwell, and like we have like a few crosses and like a picture of Jesus in our stairwell. One of the crosses was flipped over upside down. So what? Sorry. So what I did was I took that cross, I flipped it right side up. I took a different cross. I ran into my kitchen. I and I started like putting some water on to boil, and then I put the cross inside of the water, and I was saying, "Lord, please bless this water, that whatever we spray with it, or that whatever we, or if like we spray anything on it, like any ghost with it, that the evil spirit or the demon will leave us alone." And I was like just like frantically saying that, and I said amen. And then like I put like that water, like because it was like a big thing of water. I like went around and I put it in like a few different spray bottles and I put them around the house to where if we were gonna go ghost hunting, that we had a few in our house. That we had a few things of holy water in our house. I was hoping that that holy water thing worked. sorry, sorry, I'm tired. But yeah, all that stuff worked. Well, I was hoping. Whenever we started watching like horror videos on YouTube, like these guys aren't sponsored by the way. Like they, they don't even know who I am or who we are. But we started watching like The Boys, like going to like haunted asylum, like that video. We decided to watch that, and yeah, it was not the best time. And then my mom got home. She made us spaghetti. It was like 12 a.m. by the way. She made us spaghetti, and we all ate, went downstairs, and just went to bed. But still, we don't know what happened there. That sounds like a crazy Reddit story. I just now thought about that. That sounds like a crazy Reddit story. But like you could look it up on Reddit. It's it's not gonna. I'm not following anything detail for detail. By the way. Oh crap! I should have more proof than just saying that. But wait, I could show you texts. I could call one of my friends. I could call one of the friends I was at the sleepover. Actually, I could call all three of the friends that were at the sleepover, and they could all say, "Yeah, that's what happened." And yeah, we were all freaked out. And I don't really know what else to talk about. I know podcasts usually like sometimes go on for like an hour, but since I it's like this is like episode 1 of the podcast, I don't really have a lot to talk about, and like I don't have anybody on the podcast with me. I kind of wish I did, but I don't. So I might just like end it here. Like, short stream today. Like it's short and sweet. You got to hear a little bit about my life and about some stuff like stuff that's happened. But yeah. I don't really know what else to talk about. That's the main thing. So everybody have a great day, and you know, next time you see a live stream, for sure it's gonna be Nader Bader. Goodbye.